Hey everyone, Michael here once again. I wanted to do a quick little video, hopefully it's a quick little video about these. These are the new Kanati Trail Hog ATs that I bought to replace the BFGs that I was running before. I did go up a size. These are 265/75/16 as compared to 265/70. That's about an inch larger. Of course, with the tread, it's probably even larger than that. These are a 10-ply tire. I wanted to just kind of share some of my insights on them, just sort of as a sort of first look. You would think with it being a larger, more aggressive tire, it would have a little bit more road noise than the rugged trains that I was running before. Surprisingly, no. They're actually a lot quieter than the rugged trains were, and they were, buying them, they were actually cheaper than the rugged trains were, a size smaller. They're priced very competitively. I think I paid like $180 per tire, which is not bad at all for a 31.6-inch tire. You could just say they're a 32-inch because they are probably a 32-inch, including the tread. If you look on the reviews online, a lot of people will say that the tread is very strikingly similar to the Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack, and that is true. It has a very similar tread design. If you look at them side by side, you can really see the differences, being that the outer lugs here are much further spread apart on the Trail Hogs, but it doesn't seem to affect road noise. I'm running these at 40 psi, I believe, which is not even close to their maximum recommended psi. Of course, the Jeep's recommended psi is 33. I ran the rugged trains at 35. These I'm running at 40 so far. I might lower them down to 35 later on, but I have to say they're very comfortable at 40 psi. For a 10-ply, there isn't much give in the sidewall. That's actually one of the biggest things that, one of the biggest problems I had with the rugged terrains was when you pushed on the vehicle, you got a lot of side-to-side motion in the tires, and that caused it to wander on the road a lot. These do not have that problem, as you can see. As much as I want to push on it, they're not moving side to side. And because of that, they don't wander very much on the road either, which is typically a problem you have on a larger size tire. So it's kind of cool to have something that's, in this case, like 2 sizes larger, that has no issues. Kanati is kind of a new company. They're owned by Greenball Tires, GBC, Greenball Tire Corporation, which many of you may know from the, I think it's dirt bike and ATV industry. They make a pretty, from what I understand, they make a pretty nice tire there. And these things do not slouch at all, that's for sure. They make 2 different tires right now for, truck and light truck purposes, being the Mud Hog, which is their AT tire, or their MT tire, and then the Trail Hog, which is their AT tire, which I'm running right now. I've had these on since probably the 2nd week of January. It's almost the end of January now. We're going into February. And I have to say, so far so good. I'm pretty impressed with them. The roads out here are pretty brutal. So you need a tire that will not only withstand those, but will be soft enough for you to drive on. And so far, I'm pretty impressed with them. They actually ride better on the road than the rugged terrains did, by a long shot. There's not as much road noise. One of my big tests was to get it up to 60 miles an hour, because generally with what I've found with AT tires is that you get them up to 60, and that kind of tells you how much road noise they're going to have at even higher speeds. Don't get me wrong, the BFG rugged trains were a much needed improvement over the Bigfoot ATs that I had when I first bought this thing, 4 years ago now. Hard to believe it's been that long. But these are a much needed improvement over the rugged terrains in a lot of senses. They're a much more aggressive tire. Of course, anyone who's bought AT tires knows that they're not black and white. You don't just go out and buy an AT tire. You kind of have to research and try and figure out which ones you want. And from what I was using them for at the time, the rugged trains did a very good job. You know, as they wore down a little bit, their street noise was getting louder and louder, as I figure most AT tires probably encounter. They're now on my buddy Brady's Jeep, which is kind of almost a successor to this bad boy. But they're doing pretty well on there. For what he's using them for, they're a very good tire. As as your usage changes, you have to look at a more aggressive tire or a less aggressive tire if you decide that the off-roading thing isn't for you. In my case, I think this is a pretty good statement saying that I really like it, so you'll see more of that in the future. Based on how these do, my next step up might be a Kanati mud hog for all I know. Other than that, there's not a whole lot else to say. So, for now, I guess that's me signing off. We'll see how these do down the road.